Yo, what's good, people? You're listening to the first ever episode of the Ajay Rose Show with me, myself, Ajay Rose, aka the Desi version of Jack Grealish, aka Mr. Bean with high testosterone levels. Personally, I don't think I look like them two people, but whenever I post stuff on social media, they're the comments I get the most. What are you saying, bro? You think I look like Jack Grealish?
Nah.
What about... I was kind of hoping you'd say yes. So yeah, anyway, the AJ Rose Show, basically, why I wanted to set this podcast up, I've done journalism for about 10 years, stand-up for about 18 months, and I just wanted to combine them two passions together. Each week, I'm going to interview a new guest the guests are going to be super fun, super interesting, super amazing. If they're not super fun, super interesting, super amazing, probably won't release that episode. Could be a waste of time. Nah, but they'll be sick, man. They'll be sick. So basically, it's a podcast where you can get to know a different guest each week, a bit about their backstory. Hopefully you can laugh a bit, maybe learn something. And that's all there is to it. Yeah, obviously this is the first episode. So like by episode 17, could be something different. Who knows? We'll see what works. But for now, this is what I'm running with. AJ Rose Show. Let's get to the guests. So the first guest I got today, boy, talk about a long list of achievements. So where do I start? Worked at Google, worked at some of the top sales firms around the world. You know them things you hear in movies where like all these rich people work and you only see it in movies. This guy's actually worked there. Boy, what else? Done a TED Talk. Spoken at mad universities, Oxford, Cambridge, spoken in India as well. Obviously had a brief stint as a boxer. That was a little less successful, but we'll get to that.
Round was a boxer, bro.
Obviously part-time boxer as well, but yeah, all-round great person, done a lot of great stuff. My good friend Tor Abrams. What are you saying, Tor?
Good, man. Thank you I'm honored to be the first guest here.
How's it feel to be the first guest?
It's history in the making, bro.
It's history. It could be history or it could just be like, I'll meet you in 2 years, but yo, remember that like shitty little podcast we did that doesn't run anymore? Now, true say, you were the first person to reply and be available this quick, so that's how you ended up being the first guest.
Is what it is, isn't it?
So yeah, man, obviously, like I was saying in the intro, like I know you. So I've known Tor since school days, since he was 11, since I was 11 as well. Not like I was like 15 or so. Obviously, we was in the same class and that. And yeah, man, since school, this guy's gone on to do mad stuff, innit? But then where I want to start with you is Google, innit? Because, boy, if you know, obviously you lot listening probably don't know this guy. If you do, then you might know what I'm about to say. But when this guy worked at Google, yeah, bruv, every little any opportunity to tell people he worked at Google, he took it. You know, like you'll just walk into McDonald's, they'll be like, yeah, 2 nuggets and a chips. He'll be like, yeah, that's for me, ex-Googler, by the way. But yeah, working at Google, what's that like, bro? I want to know the top 3 best things at Google and the top 3 worst. Start with the best. What's the top 3 best things about working at Google?
These are intense questions. I need to be careful what I say as well.
No, don't be careful, bro. Don't be careful. They're not going to rehire you. Don't be careful.
I want to stay in their good books. Google, apologies if anything comes out. 3 best. Okay, I'll go 3 best, 3 worst.
Do 3 best first.
So 3 best is everything is free, bro. Everything is free. So food is free. Gym is free. Massages are free. Swimming pool. They had 6 restaurants on the Google campus. They called it campus because it's basically like a uni campus and it's that big. And there was chefs at each one, like literal chefs that get hired to work at Google that cook our food every day.
What, like Cosmos and Croydon?
Nah, like good food, innit?
You know, you go to a buffet and there's a chef with a steak, the fresh steaks. That's Google every day. Was there a limit on the massage? Like, was there a limit?
Yeah. So the massage thing was like, basically you had to get in your manager's good books, innit? And instead of them giving you like extra money or something, they'll give you massage points. Just
Bro,
to, like,
you know Groupon exists, innit? Like, you could take that money and just go get a little £20 massage on Groupon. How many massages could you get per month?
It depends really. Like, how much are you willing to suck up to your man? If you're looking to like get a lot of massages, easiest way is to just suck up to your boss to go through there. it's a weird culture, innit? Like it's kind of like a bubble. People are proper. I'd say this is one of the worst things. Is like people are more like they get too comfortable there, innit? They treat it like it's like their whole life working at Google. Like that's all they're gonna do, get massages every day and all that type of treatment. But for me, it's like I can't do that forever, man. Like we're from ends, innit? We're from South. There's only so much massages and like free food you can like.
So what other than
get used to.
like free gym, free massages? What else? And nothing else was free, or
Now everything they have.
this
snacks.
ain't sounding like free stuff though. This is sounding like you got brownie points for this.
The massages, yeah, but like you had snacks, you had you know, snacks doesn't sound that amazing.
That
but
sounds awful.
You get what I
every
mean?
office has. There's always someone in every office that goes Sainsbury's, loads up the little snack.
Nah. It ain't like Sainsbury's snack. It's like any snack you could imagine. It's got juices. They got like ice cream machines, all that type of stuff. Basically, all the stuff you hear about Google having, it's all real. It's all legit.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So best thing number one, everything's free.
Everything's free.
What's the other two?
The other two. After that, it's how do you top like everything's free?
That's what I was like, where do we go from here? But ask for free. You've named all three in one.
You know what though? I hate when people say stuff like the people are the best thing. But generally, I met so many genius people there. Like so many people are smart. So many people are creative. People that got podcasts now. People that like started making dance classes and all this type of like mad stuff, yoga classes and all this stuff, and they expanded it outside of work as well. So like, it's just
they're geniuses because they launched a podcast or a dance class or a yoga class.
You're about to find out, innit? See how this one goes.
Well, who's the maddest like genius? Like, did you ever work? You ever meet someone like, yeah, I created Gmail or anything like that?
Nah, part of me wants to say something funny, but
say it, bro.
Not gonna lie.
Nah, if it's too much, I'll just edit it out. But it probably won't be.
No. But I mean that as in like, there's nothing funny to even say, bro. Like I legit never met one that made Gmail, nothing like that.
You just met a bunch of yoga teachers.
Yeah, met a bunch of yoga teachers, people that just love computers, innit? People that are just obsessed with AI and stuff like that.
Okay. So it looks like we've covered the best thing. Everything's free. There ain't really any.
Bro, it's hard to top everything being free, innit?
So when you work here, is it like, because I got a friend, he said he works at Facebook and it's a bit like, I think he said this, I could just be misquoting him and putting out rubbish information that ain't even true, but I think he said like, so, like you can kind of, as long as you do your work, you can go and come as you please, innit?
Kinda, yeah. Like, I'm not gonna lie, they used to have these sleeping pods. This is probably one of the better things. If say you came to work after a hangover, like after a night out, you didn't want to see anyone, you wanted to like hide away from your desk, you send a couple emails, then you just find this place where you can sleep basically. And they have like hammocks in the office, but it's like hidden. So no one's gonna see you. So bare times you would just find people, who came to their desk like 3 p.m. and be like, listen, I just been napping all day, bro. I sent like 3 emails this morning. And then after that, just been sleeping. So you could kind of get away with it just like chilling and doing that type of stuff. But a lot of people there work hard though at the same time. Do you know what I mean? It's like one of them environments where people are going to be working hard, so you're not going to want to slack. So
have you seen the film The Internship?
Yeah.
So
that's a real, bro. That's real.
So the sleeping pods are real.
Yeah.
They
all
got
that
them
stuff,
in there.
bro. I watched that film at Google, bro. It's all real.
Is it?
Yeah. It's all real. It's well done, to be honest.
Yeah, it's a decent. Like when I was like whatever age I was back then, I was like, yeah, this film's decent still.
Yeah.
All right, cool. What's the worst stuff? You said one of them. People, you said that though. People get comfortable, but why would you not get comfortable? Like it's Google, bruv.
You know what? Yeah, I hear you on that. Like it's good to be comfortable. It's good to be comfortable at work, but it got to a point where it was like that was my whole life, bro. I was not buying food. Like I was not cooking at yard. I was literally going to Google, having breakfast there, then getting lunch, and then bringing like a lunch box with me, innit? Like a Tupperware box with me, collecting lunch, like waiting until all the food was done and asking the chef, can I have the rest of your leftover, like salmon or whatever, and then taking that home and having that for dinner. But it was good because I was able to save a lot of money, but at the same time, it was like, I can't live like this, bro. This is not real life. Do you get what I'm saying?
What are you saying? Long hours and that?
Not really.
So
it was kind of decent.
So you're getting mad food to take home. The hours aren't long, and you got a problem with that,
bro. If I'm honest, the worst thing about it was the fact it was in Dublin, bro.
Oh shit! I forgot you used to live in Dublin, innit?
Yeah, I wasn't in London.
Rah, yeah, that's mad. So what? Yeah, I don't even know what to say about Dublin. I've never even been there. What's it say?
There's nothing to say, bro. There's nothing to say about it. That's it, innit? bad weather, like alcohol, pub, like that's the whole of Dublin summed up.
Could you drink alcohol at Google?
We had a thing on Fridays where they used to let you drink and like basically have a party downstairs, but it wasn't like a lit party. It was just like a bunch of your colleagues.
That can be lit with the right colleagues, but
Yeah. But like your boss being there like ruins the whole vibe in it. But they used to let people drink and bring like they would have food and all that type of stuff. But that was the only day. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, one more thing? So you say you get too comfortable.
Yeah.
Dublin. What's the other one?
It's hard to top Dublin, man. Dublin's just peak.
Sending shots, bro. We could have Irish listeners turning this podcast
Bro,
up
they would
at
admit
this
it
very second.
Bro, they'll agree, bro. They'll agree. Like if they're watching, they should leave it in the comments their thoughts on Dublin.
Producer Daniel agrees with that as well. I know Dublin viewers, that's not my views, innit? If you need to, keep listening to this podcast, but just block Tor or something, innit? Don't block me, innit? Like, keep listening to the podcast. Big up Dublin.
I got one more. It's hard to come up with 3 bad things though, because it was a good place. Like the only reason I left, to be honest, was because I got a job that offered more money and was in London. So it's hard to be like, those are probably the 2 things that like for me. But the comfortable thing, you're probably saying that it's a good thing, but honestly, like you've seen all the other stuff I've done. I don't like the idea of comfort at all. Like,
I know. We're gonna get to that as well.
Yeah,
you push yourself out that comfort zone, like in some mad ways. You know what? Let's just get to that now. So obviously, Tor's done a TED Talk as well.
Just trying to be like you, bro.
True say, I've done a TED Talk as well. Helped him with the application and that. Helped him get it over the line. See this TED Talk, bro. Before we get to the good stuff, obviously I'm your friend, innit? So when I'm watching this, I watched the intro of it. And like these pauses you take, bro, the amount I was sitting on the edge of my chair. All you said was like, "Hello, I'm Tor," and I was like, "Fuck, what's he gonna say next?" Like these pauses were nuts. I'm gonna have to pull them up.
In England alone, 1 in 4 people will experience some kind of mental health issue this year. My name's Tor.
That's like 8 seconds of pausing just to say your name. No, that's mad though. But on a more serious note, obviously the TED Talk talks about mental fitness and that. Basically, I'll give you an outline of the talk. It's like Tor outlines like, it's actually, when I was watching this, I was like, yo, like my TED Talk's kind of rubbish compared to this. Like, he come with a mad format on this. Like, sick talk. Like the way he structured it. Go on. In fact, you tell it, innit? You tell it. I don't know why I'm telling your TED Talk.
It's calm. Yeah, it's calm. I won't go into too much detail because obviously I want people to watch it, innit? But I talk about mental fitness. So the concept is that you can go gym as much as you want. You can bang out gym every day and build muscles. But at the end of the day, your mind is going to be the thing you have for the rest of your life. Long after your body's gone, you're still going to have your mind there. So being able to figure out how to control your mind and do all these tasks that push your mind the same way you push weights in the gym, just make you stronger mentally. So that's what the talk is about. Just different exercises I've done, cold showers, fasting, meditation, all that stuff. That's just my life now, bro. Like, I had a cold shower.
He's one of them guys. He's one of them guys.
Before I came out here, I had a cold shower. And like, I was like, nah, do you know what? This don't even count because I'm so used to doing cold showers. Let me turn it down even more at the end just to give myself the extra boost. So like, I'm one of them guys. I'm not going to lie.
So yeah, like he was saying, cold showers. Yeah, there's 5 things in the video that he does and it's in order of difficulty, innit? And I can't remember what was it? Was cold shower 3 stars?
I can't remember the star rating. I've recorded this. I've practiced that so many times.
I'm pretty sure
cold showers is hard.
4 stars.
Yeah, because I know cold showers is hard.
Yeah, I think it was meditation, affirmations, something else. It was obviously that memorable that I forgot what.
No. Meditation, affirmations, cold showers, fasting, and then dopamine detox, which is the hardest.
Okay. Let's unpack this. So cold showers, yeah. It's winter right now. It's not as cold as it was. It's still winter, innit? It's still winter. So Be real, innit? Don't lie for the camera. There's cameras. Don't lie. How many cold showers are you taking in winter?
I'm not gonna lie. I did not do a cold shower the whole of what month was cold? What month is it now? Like February now, isn't it? There was one month that was mad cold. Like,
yeah.
I think like December, where like no one could afford heat. So like everyone was living the real cold experience every day. Bro, dead a cold shower in those times.
That was your time to shine, bro.
That was my time to shine. But listen, bro, mental fitness has a limit, bro. It's like, I ain't trying to torture myself out here.
So you took a month off cold showers?
I took a month off cold showers. But the thing is, I noticed in my own mind, like I start to get lazy with other things. That's where this whole mental fitness thing comes in. If I'm not doing the cold showers consistently, I'll just start slacking in other areas, like whether that's work.
No, but how is it like? Is it linked to just the cold showers? Because is there not other stuff going on in your life that might make you slack a bit?
There's other stuff that's going on. Oh, what, you mean the slacking or like?
No, because like if you start like, you know, like you were saying, I weren't as on job as I should be.
Yeah.
And it coincided with me not taking cold showers. What about the other variables that could be playing in that as well?
Yeah. I know what you mean. There's like, obviously there's life as well, innit? Like,
yeah, like
the sun might have set early one day, like all this type of stuff. I know, but
landlord's like, yo, where's the rain? It's like, sorry, mate, didn't take the cold shower this month.
Yeah, but that's the thing though, is like my life, I try and structure it. Like I try and make sure I'm doing all these things, like meditating, cold showers and all those things, just so I have a structure to follow. If one of them things is lacking, I just notice, like, I work in sales, innit? So I'll just notice, like, my quota, I did a little bit worse this month. You know, I can't say that to my boss. But for myself, it's like, I know that I'm not putting in as much work as I should be. And that's sometimes the reason. So,
and it all come down to that cold shower you skipped on November 15th.
Bro, it's real, man. It's real.
I'm not going to lie. When I watched that, I did get kind of motivated. And because I've seen the results you've actually had, I'm like, rah, like, when I done my TED Talk, I'm not going to lie, I kind of felt like a fraud because basically I grew my own website. It got some views and I basically talked about how I got experience in journalism. Then I'm doing all these talks with like mad people and I'm like, yo, what am I doing here? Then when I see Tor's TED Talk and I'm like, yo, you got a sick talk and you got the career to match. I was like, yo, I felt motivated to do the cold shower.
That's an understatement though. You're underselling your website though, man.
True say, it was popping. I don't update it much now, but I was putting in work back then. Yeah, true say, I did put in a bit of work, actually. Yeah, no, I was active. You
just remember now, like, it was actually
Yeah. No, it was lit still. It was lit. But basically, point is, when I saw your one, I was motivated and I thought about doing a cold shower, and then I was like, you know what, fuck that. Like, there's no way that's happening. Like, it's not happening. Like, how hard is it to do that cold? How hard is the first cold shower?
Bro, you answer your own question, bro. You tried to.
No, but I haven't overcome it. All
you got to do is turn the tap to the left, bro. Like, they ain't that hard.
If I was to actually take a cold shower, what I'd do is I'd step in the shower, it'd be freezing, and I'd jump straight out.
Nah, so that's your mistake though, innit? You set the shower to cold first. Like, you're coming into the shower already cold. Like, I can do that because I'm used to it, innit? What I would do is I would just get in a hot shower as normal, like, do whatever you do in it. And then when you're done, just be like, do you know what? Last 10 seconds or whatever, I'm just going to turn it cold to know what it feels like. That's your first one done. You got under your belt, innit? And then
so how long are these showers, bro?
So I probably do like 30 seconds of cold every day. And then after that, I either will keep it like semi-cold or I'll just turn it hot if I'm just feeling like it's long.
Bro, that's kind of burst my balloon a bit because when I saw cold showers, I thought you was just showering in icy temperatures for like 8 minutes and you just step out of that shower like, yo, I'm ready to close some deals. You're telling me, actually, it's about 30 seconds and then I turn the heat back up to hot. All right, so another thing you said, this was the hardest thing Tor said in his TED Talk to do is a dopamine detox. A dopamine detox, Do you know how, when I heard that term, I was like, where are we going with this? And then he broke it down. So basically, no food. If anyone listening to this wants to do it, it sounds like hell.
It's military, bro.
Sounds like hell. Tor, what is it like? What do you do on this dopamine detox?
So, remember how I said in Google, you can do anything for free. Bro, a dopamine detox is basically the complete opposite of that. You can't do nothing at all. So you can't eat, you can't listen to music, you can't read, you can write. Write is the one thing you can do. Can't go on your phone, can't go on social media, can't speak to people. Basically, you got to just isolate yourself in a small little room, like across this little table. What we got.
The mom's like, yo, you need to do some. Well, sorry, my hands are tied. I'm on the dopamine detox.
You can't do nothing. This is hard, bro. It's so hard. Like the only thing you can do is you can pick up a pen and paper and write. You can't use your phone.
What can you write?
Anything. Like anything that comes to your mind. So someone like you would probably find it all right because you're funny
No, but
guy.
you
could just write stuff.
No, do you know what I do though? Is I probably like try and bend the rules with that because I'll be like, well, I can write. So usually I might type my jokes up on a laptop. Yeah. I'll just write them out, and then I'm not really depriving myself of dopamine because if I write a banging joke, I'm gonna feel gassed, and then the whole thing's pointless. So like, why can you write? That don't make sense. I thought it was when he said it. I thought you were just sitting there in an empty room on your bed, just timing yourself like how many hours I've got left of this.
That's basically what I did though, to be fair, because I ain't a writer like you, innit? So I was just chilling there like
you could play noughts and crosses with yourself.
Nah, yeah, it's long, man. It's long. I think how long did I say I lasted on the video? I think it was like 5 hours.
5 hours.
Yeah.
300 minutes.
I'm proud of that, bro. 300 minutes of doing nothing. Bro, I was awake.
But what's the point? Like, what did you gain from them 5 hours?
Do you know what, yeah? I didn't gain nothing.
This is step 5 in his TED Talk of the most effective thing you can do to improve your mental fitness. From the man himself, he says it's fucking pointless.
I actually think I say that in the TED Talk as well. I'm like, this is not proven by science. Like, this is not got no scientific studies behind it. It's purely just a push or something.
Bro, they put a disclaimer in the TED Talk. They must have seen your section on dopamine detox. Because at the start of the video, it's like, just to let you know, TED Talk viewers, these are not our views. These are the views of the speaker only. Don't try that fucking dopamine detox. So basically, you do it just to see if you can push yourself.
Yeah. That's it. No other reason.
And did you like the next day? Did you see any changes?
I didn't see no miracles in my life or nothing like that. If that's what you're expecting, but like for me, I just thought, damn, like I can do 300 minutes of doing nothing. Like think about it, yeah. Now that I've done that, if you had to put me in a room where like there's not much to do,
so jail
for a few hours,
you're saying
put me in jail now. Bro, those first 300 minutes are going to be like...
Oh my God. Yeah, so that dopamine detox, don't think I'm going to try it. But overall, it's a good TED Talk. And when I saw that, I was like, my boy Tor, he done his thing there. Sick talk. Hopefully he can do another one. Maybe I'll do another one. Who knows? Maybe I won't. But what I want to ask is, obviously, like, as a man, yeah, do you think it's, or just as a human being, but I guess it's a bit more, like, I guess men are a bit more unwilling to speak about it. Like, obviously in the TED Talk, you're mentioning, the whole thing's about mental health, innit?
Yeah.
Do you feel like, before you done that, I'll give you some context for this question. So before you done that talk, were you kind of worried, like, yo, like, why is man talking about mental health? Like, what the fuck is this? Like, I'll give you an example. Like, in my comedy, obviously, I talk about mental health and going to therapy. Like, a lot of my jokes are about the process of going to therapy or interacting with therapists and stuff like that. And before I done comedy, I don't know if I would just go on IG Live like, yo, like, let's have a little chat about therapy and that. But when you do it in comedy, I can more easily express myself. But there was a part of me that was, before I told it for the first time, I was like, I don't know, innit? It weren't like I was like, yo, let's talk about Chelsea, Arsenal, football, NFL, music. It was like, there was something in my brain where I was like, do I want to talk about
touchy,
this?
Innit?
So what did you feel before you done your whole TED Talk about mental health?
Yeah, it's a good question, bro. Because I'm the same. Like, I don't like talking about it, but it's what people want to hear me talk about. Whenever I've done talks at unis and all this stuff, the number one topic that all the students always ask about is mental health. Always.
What do they ask?
They ask, like, what can I do? If I'm doing all this work, what can I do to manage my mental health on the side? Because, nowadays, for a student, it's long. Like, you got to study get a job, do social media, have a social life, all this stuff. So they're like, how can I do all this and manage my mental health at the same time? And truth be told, I don't have all the answers, but I can only say the stuff that I've done in it. So like, I treat my mental health the same way I treat like my body going gym. Like if I'm not actively doing something towards it, then it's gonna start lacking and all that type of stuff. But I agree with you. It's tough to talk about. Like doing it through comedy is a smart way to do it because it helps you like get out there. But like it's like as a joke, but kind of not a joke at the same time. Do you know what I mean?
Bro, like the way I see it with the comedy is like, if I was to do some lecture or a TED talk, not in a disrespectful way to you, but if I was to do a TED talk or say similar stuff in a comedy show, more people would take in the comedy stuff for the simple fact that it's like they're laughing.
Yeah.
And that kind of what's the word? Disarms it a bit. Because when it's quite a loaded topic, right? So when you mention like mental health, some people will be open to it. Other people will kind of like, I don't know, like cage up and not want to talk about it. But when you do it in comedy, it kind of disarms the topic a bit and it makes it a bit more digestible, innit? Whereas that same person might not log online and be like, yo, let me watch some lecture. But you are going to do that for tours because obviously that dopamine detox sounds amazing. But yeah, you was talking about, obviously you talk with students. Bro, like tell me about the time. Obviously you've told me, but tell everyone about the time. So you've been to India to do a talk.
That was a mad experience, bro.
Tell me about that. How much people was there?
So 500,000 people was there.
How does that work? Because basically what I'm saying is this guy must have filled out, like he must have talked to the equivalent of like Wembley times 5 or 6 or 7.
Yeah. Wembley times 5, bro. It was
how was there 500,000? I'm not saying there weren't. I want to know the logistics.
So first of all, I should caveat this by saying the 500K is an estimation in it. Like I have no idea.
Here we go. Caveat.
I'm the king of caveats.
Estimate.
Yeah,
it was estimated.
Yeah. So they estimated it based on previous years. They had 700K one year, like however many K.
Who are you addressing? Like a fucking whole town at once?
Yeah, pretty much. So I went to some really remote town called Amravati in India, and basically, when we came there, they'd never had foreign speakers before. Like, so they'd never met someone from the UK before. They'd never met someone with an accent before. So like, before we even got in to do the talk, we were bombarded by like tens of thousands of people just wanting to know like, who are we? Where we come from? Like, why are we here?
Do you reckon they were shocked to see a black man for the first time?
Bro, I didn't want to say it, but it's the truth though. Like, they never see it. So
how did they act when they first come across you like that?
So the event was actually for a saint, like a old saint that had passed away, and it was his death anniversary. So for that reason, they were grateful for us to be there because they're like, first of all, how do you know about this saint? Like, it's a proper unique, like obscure, like guy to know. And then for us to come and talk at that same event, they were just grateful. Like they didn't, I don't know if race is a thing, but like for them, they were just grateful to see people that weren't like them come in there. And then the way it worked was we were in an ashram, which is like a spiritual temple. And there was a stage at the front and you could basically see you could probably see 10,000 people directly in front of you under this shelter. Then there's people that spread back onto the streets. Then on the streets opposite, there's like TVs that are showing us speaking to all the people around. So that's how they add up to the 500K rather than just putting it in like a stadium.
Okay.
They like spread it out around this whole.
You know, like when the new president gets elected and they speak in that mad and there's bare people there. Is it like that?
Yeah, bro. I got the drone footage. Hopefully, at the time you put this out, I'll have the video on YouTube. I've got the video already. I just haven't posted it yet. It will go on my YouTube.
Post that, bro.
I'm saving it for a rainy day, bro.
Today is a rainy day. Post that.
If it's up, you'll see the actual literal drone flying over everyone, and then you'll clock. Yeah, slightly. This was 500K still.
That's mad. That's mad. So how many countries have you been to?
Not that many, bro. Not that many. People always think I've been to like 50 countries. I've been to 22.
That's quite a lot.
Which is a lot. Okay, it's a lot, but it's not a lot compared to like what people expect me to say.
What do you think they expect?
People like always come up to me and they're like, bro, you've been to like the most countries like of anyone I know. I'm like, bro, I've literally been to 20 places.
Bro, you're 28. That's nearly, if you've been 22, that's nearly one new country per year. And you've probably been to some countries more than once, right?
Yeah. I've been to Spain like 12 times.
12 times. All right, what's the best country you've been to?
Best country I've been to. What a
And
question.
why?
What a question, bro. Maybe Thailand, you know?
Thailand.
Yeah. Either Thailand. Nah, let me go with Thailand. Yeah, Thailand.
Wait, what was the second choice?
Second choice is going to be Jamaica.
Okay.
Yeah.
So why did Thailand get the nod over Jamaica?
Now, do you know what? Slightly, I might have to give South Africa an honourable mention in this as well. It was lit. But anyway, I'll say Thailand because, one, everything in Thailand is so cheap, bro. Have you been before?
Nah, bro.
Bro, everything there, yeah, for a good solid meal will be like £1.50 for like a good like plate of like rice, meat.
Is it nice? Because
Veg,
when you go
everything.
Europe, bruv, it's usually like bare money for like just tough bit of
Mid-
chicken
mid-food,
steak
yeah,
and
yeah.
chips.
It's dead. Europe's not the place. I don't like holidaying in Europe that much. It's obviously convenient for us, but like places like Thailand, Asia, places in Africa, they're so much better because it's so much cheaper. Then they've also got the different environment. Like Thailand's got jungle, beach, jet skis. You can go island hopping just on a casual like Thursday afternoon, bro. You can just go see another island if you want to.
I be real, is that kind of boring? Because I'm not gonna lie. Obviously, I'm all for culture and that. Big up culture and big up culture in it, like doing all this cultural stuff.
About to say something ignorant,
But-
though, innit?
Huh?
You're about to say something ignorant, though.
Nah, my point is like, you know, when people like big up all this stuff, like when you tell people, someone goes on holiday, you're like, oh, like how was it? What'd you do? And it's like, yeah, you know, we just like walked around a bit or saw this or saw that.
Bro, do you know what? That's what I get with European places, though. You know how you'll say like Europe's kind of dead, bro. That's what I think. Like my boy right now is in Italy, and I'm thinking I know he's just walking around doing nothing. Like he's literally walking around taking pictures of himself. Like it's just dead. But somewhere like Thailand, you can legit go like jungle. Do you know what I mean?
Okay, that's sick. That's
Or like
sick.
when I was in Cape Town, which is why I give an honourable mention. Cape
I'm
Town.
sure they're grateful for that.
Cape Town has like safari, so we went and we saw like lions, elephants.
Yeah,
giraffes.
that's
Like,
lit.
that's mad, isn't it? Like you're not gonna do that in most places.
I
And
never
then
seen a safari. You've been Richmond Park, seen some deers. I think I see a horse there now. Not a horse, but it's just mainly deers in it. But yeah,
this is why you need to go these places, isn't it?
This is it. I do. Aye, what's the worst country you've been to?
The worst country I've been to, Dublin, bro.
Again, to reiterate, Irish listeners, I love you lot. Big up you, innit? Those are Tor's views. I love Ireland. I've never been.
Nah, do you know what? I'm gonna leave Ireland out of this one because like that has its own place in it. But like,
yeah.
what's the worst other country I've been to?
You're looking at me like I know the
Do
answer.
you know what? I got a list of countries on my phone.
Okay.
Mind me bringing out? Is it calm? Oh, bro, I know the worst one.
Deep and
Qatar,
forward.
bro.
Qatar.
Yeah, Qatar.
You didn't even go for the World Cup, did you?
Nah. I just did a stopover there, bro. That's how dead it was. I was there for like 6 hours and it was just like the worst 6 hours of my life.
What,
It's
in the
hot.
airport or out?
I came out. I went around the city. I saw all the sites. I got a driver and then saw all the sites in the city. So I saw everything. There's a vlog on my YouTube channel. Like,
Are
yeah,
you see?
by the
Are you
way,
hearing?
someone-
I got a drive. Not I got cab or I walk. I just got a chauffeur on a quick one because that's what I do.
Nah, no word of a lie. I was literally walking around on my own, yeah. And then some guy just pulls up next to me and he's like, do you want me to drive you around for the day for like this much real? Like real is the currency.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you're doing nothing else. Like I may as well just hop in. So like he took me around, showed me all the sites. And I was just like, bro, there's nothing to do here. Like I get it if you have lots of money. It's similar to Dubai, innit? If you got money, you can just go there and splash on like, I don't even know what, because like obviously a lot of things over there's off limits anyway. So I don't even know what people are spending all their money on. But there's like no real beaches. There's no nothing to do. It's just like big buildings and like hot temperature. Like there's literally nothing there.
Yeah. So you see, yeah. See, that's what I mean. Like when people like brag about where they've been and then they try and make a place like that sound like it was lit. It's like some places you go to, it's not always lit.
Yeah, I mean, that being said, I made a vlog on it, innit? So like watch that.
So
But like
why would I watch it, bro? You just told me you didn't enjoy going there.
it's about doing a layover, innit? Like if you ever end up in Qatar, you know the best things to do. They're still gonna be dead. But like just do it with it.
Yeah, I don't think I'll be checking out that vlog, sadly. No, I'm joking. I will. Big up Tor's YouTube channel. This is like, see me, yeah, when I do these podcasts, I say these podcasts is the first one, but when I interview people, I research them a lot, innit? This how you know this guy's up. I typed in his name into YouTube. Some video comes up. It's like Tor Abrams, how I made $5,000 US per month in 90 days. And that's just a casual site. Like you might I play Fortnite as a hobby. He makes $5,000 in 90 days as a hobby. Nah, that's sick though. That's sick. So obviously we mentioned it at the start. Short-lived boxing career.
Short-lived, bro.
Very short-lived. Streets were saying, obviously the rumors on the blogs from Eddie Hearn, all them lot. The rumors were saying it didn't go your way. But before we get to the result, which I'm sure the listeners can guess how that went, what's the process like of training for a boxing match? So you had 6 weeks to train.
So I signed up for a charity event where you get 8 weeks to train.
Oh, 8 weeks.
Yeah. And yeah, it's mad, bro. Like I had you have classes because they need to make sure that you don't just get like
Annihilated.
Yeah. And then on top of that, I was doing like extra sessions in it with like a one-to-one trainer, which obviously helped a lot.
Yeah. I mean, it sounds like that paid a lot of dividends.
Yeah. But so between doing my one-to-one sessions, like forget that. Just imagine the class. Yeah, this is just a class that anyone could sign up for. Like you could be overweight, you could be out of shape, you could be like never having.
Why'd you start with overweight and look at me, bro?
You look like Jack Grealish, shouldn't it? So like anyone can sign up for this. So people, different shapes and sizes and whatnot, and they will make you literally come in there. Yeah, first session. All right, 50 burpees. Let's get started. Like that's session 1, and they say by the end of the 8 weeks, you're gonna do 10 more burpees each time. So like by the end, you're doing like what was it? Like we finished on like 120 burpees or something ridiculous at the end of the class,
as well as like press ups,
as well as press ups, sit ups, as well as the whole class. Sparring, like all that stuff, they'll just be like, yeah, do you know what, before you guys go home, you all got to give me 120 burpees. Like, that's your last thing. So that's just giving a context for like how intense.
Did you ever throw up?
No, I never did, but they had a sick bucket in the class. Literally, the coach come there and he'll be like, here's the bucket if someone needs it. I never threw up, and whenever I went in class, I didn't actually see anyone else, but a couple people like pulled muscles, like people just drop on the floor, people got murked in sparring, like all sorts. Like it's the doghouse, isn't it? It's tough out there, man.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie. When you told me you're doing a boxing match, obviously I know you bang gym, you keep in good shape, like mental fitness, physical fitness, other forms of fitness. You get me, you're an active guy. So I was like, yo, he might have a chance, innit? And then obviously the big day comes around. For whatever reason, I weren't there. I think I had a show that day. Yeah, obviously it's like a black tie event. You got to dress proper smart just to see your friend get fucked up. That's a violation, because when you're making me if I did go and I've put on a suit or whatever, or a tie, bro, I'm expecting you to deliver, because I had to dress up for this shit. So the big day comes, the match comes. What happened when you arrived at the arena for the match?
So when you first get there, before the guests come and everything, they do a medical with all you guys, and basically they just test your blood pressure, innit?
Is that all they test?
I think it was just that, yeah. They don't do nothing else. So like, if you've been like roided up or something, you're probably blessed. Like, you'll probably be able to But like, for me, obviously, I come there now. I'm thinking I'm fit and healthy, innit? Like, I'm in the shape of my life, and they start testing my blood pressure, and they're like, "Oh yeah, your blood pressure's a bit high." And I'm like, "All right, calm, like probably nerves or something like that." They say like, "Cool down, come back in 10 minutes, do it again."
Cool down? Like, what do you mean cool down? What does that involve?
Control your blood pressure, bring it back down, and then come back. So
cool down, like.
I come back like 10 minutes later, and then they take it again. They're like, "Bro, it's even higher than it was before." They're like, "Have you had high blood pressure in the past?" I'm like, "Bro, this is the first time like anyone's ever told me that this is an issue." I ended up going 6 times to test my blood pressure. Every single time came out high. In the end,
higher than the last time.
It came down a little bit, and in the end, I was just like, do you know what it is? Yeah, I've had like flu recently. Like, obviously, like you said, everyone's calm now. People have dressed up to come. I'm not gonna like bail out of a fight because my blood pressure was high. I know.
I don't know, you know,
I know. I
like-
probably should.
I don't know. I probably would if that was me.
I know. I probably should, but bro, I've trained for like I've done them 150 burpees like every week. It's looking long.
Yeah.
So I said to them, look, I've just been ill lately. That's probably why it's high. And they were like, all right, fair
Are
enough.
they not like do they not know about like medical stuff to be like, yeah, that ain't the reason your blood pressure's high?
They basically wrote a
They
note.
just
yeah.
bought your bullshit. Like, no questions asked.
They basically wrote a note, yeah, just saying like, all right, we'll let you pass, but like obviously if something happens, it ain't on us kind of thing. Anyway.
So you had to sign something basically.
Yeah. Anyway, now because of that, they told me I got to fight last to let like my blood pressure cool down or whatever. So everyone who came out had to wait from the event start, which was at like I think 3 p.m. or something. They had to wait till 9:30 for my fight. So they had to watch all these
3 p.m.
Yeah, it was long. They had to watch all these other
6.5
fights.
hours.
Yeah. I came out. By the time I came out, bro, half the arena was empty because everyone's already dipped. It's just like my lot, my opponent's lot, and like let's just have a scrap in it. And by that point, I ain't even bothered no more, bro. It's been 6.5 hours. Like, let's just go. Anyway,
6.5 hours.
All I remember is I stepped in the ring. Ref tells us some nonsense. Yeah, I ain't even listening to him. I'm just trying to like psych out my opponent or whatever.
Psych out my. But what did you do to psych him out?
Nothing good, obviously. Anyway, next thing I remember, yeah, is he was just swinging, bro, and I just remember like feeling 2 like hits.
Wait, do you wear a head guard?
Yeah, you wear a head guard.
Yeah,
And like the gloves are quite thick, so it prevents you from getting like proper dangerous like concussions and stuff.
Yeah.
But I just remember feeling 2 hits, yeah, and then after that, bro, I can't remember anything else like for the whole rest of the fight. So like when I watch it back, yeah, I throw bare random.
Is that on your YouTube as well?
Yeah, it's on YouTube. Watch it as well.
I'll watch that.
I ain't trying to direct too many people to that. I know they'll watch that and they won't watch the TED Talk, innit?
Now recap Qatar and the boxing match first, then TED Talk, innit?
Yeah, bro. I just remember feeling 2 like hits on my head, yeah, and then everything after that basically felt like a dream. Like I was busting out mad random moves that my coach should never train me none of this. Yeah. When I sent him the video after, he's like, "Bro, this is not what we did in our
Just
session."
swinging for the fences.
I was just swinging, bro. I'm missing, like swinging and missing.
So you
yeah.
got knocked out, or did the ref?
I didn't get knocked out. So what happens is the ref, so that people don't get like properly injured, if the ref sees you're getting hit too many times, he'll just like pause you, yeah, ask you if you're all right. At one point he stopped me, yeah, and he said like, "Can you keep going?" I'm like, yeah. Bro, I looked up at my opponent, yeah, across the other side of the ring. This guy, yeah, there was 2 of him in the corner, bro.
Oh,
I was
have you ever
like,
played Fight Night?
Nah.
That's how I swear that happens in Fight Night, where you get knocked down, and when you're down, they show 2 of them as well.
Yeah,
Mad.
bro, it's real life, bro. Bro, that's why it's mad having all these experiences in it, because it's like you see that stuff for real. I saw 2 of the guy, yeah. If someone had asked me to run towards him, like just jog towards him, I would have like fallen sideways. Like I was concussed. But I ain't gonna say like, oh yeah, let me quit. Like, brother, I'm here for the fight. My head ain't even in the right place. I don't know what's going on anyway. Let me just keep swinging and see what happens. After that, yeah, he threw like 3 more punches, caught me like 3 times. The ref was like, nah, dead this.
You're
like,
done.
Yeah.
You're done out here.
Yeah.
First round.
First round, bro.
Out of how many?
3 rounds only.
3 minutes.
2 minutes.
2 minutes.
Yeah.
You know what? It sounds like yo, I could last like 2 minutes in a boxing match. Like it sounds much harder than it is to do that.
It's hard, bro. Like, it's so hard to last in boxing.
TKO as well, technical knockout. I don't even know about boxing too much, but I know TKO. Would you prefer to be knocked out or TKO if you had the choice in hindsight?
That's a good question, man.
Because you were never getting to round 3 to maybe lose on points. So it was either TKO.
I would say TKO is better because like you still got your pride intact because your eyes never close. Like I could still argue to this day that the ref stopped it early.
We say you got robbed.
I can still argue that the ref stopped it and like, do you know what? If we had a couple more rounds, yeah, things might have changed.
Oh yeah. I've heard that old chestnut many times. Yeah.
That's why I'll take the TKO. But yeah, I don't know, man. Like KO is almost like you went out.
TKO is
like you died on your shield, didn't it? Like you went out fighting. Like you just like.
No, but TKO is like you're such a fucking joke. We're not even gonna give you the chance to die on your shield. No, I big up the boxers though. If you've been TKO'd, big up you lot, innit? Big up you lot. I'm not a boxer. But TKO, bro. When I heard that, bro, I was like, yo, I'm glad I didn't pay £30 and put on a black tie and a suit for that.
Bro, I'm going again this year, though. You know that?
Is it?
Yeah. This time you're coming,
Shit.
bro.
Yeah, I'll come this
time.
time.
No excuses this time.
No, I'll come this time. I'll put it on my YouTube channel this time. Yeah, so what are you going to do different, though, this time?
It's hard. You know what? After that, I was gutted because I left, and I'd actually trained hard. Like, this is probably the hardest I trained at anything in many years. So I spoke to my coach and I was like, bro, like, what could I have done better? Number one is I need to learn to get out of the way of a punch. Like, that's the most important thing, bro. Like, anyone who thinks they can take a punch, you know those people that walk around thinking, yeah, I can take a punch. Bro, you can't. Like, it's the real world, bro. If somebody hits you over the head, like, after a couple of them, you're going to be like, days. So literally all I've been training now is just defense mostly.
What about dodging?
Yeah. Dodging, getting out of the way, blocking, moving, footwork, all that
Bro,
sort of
it's
stuff.
interesting you say that because, like, whenever I see people, like, training, not professionals, but, like, people at, like, an amateur level, maybe doing a charity match or just random clips, you mostly only see, like, pad work where they're punching.
Yeah.
I never really see anyone. Obviously, we're not talking about, like, professionals. I'm sure they do this. We're talking about, like, amateurs. I never see them training, like, defense or dodging or blocking a punch or anything like that, or blocking the body or whatever it is. I never see that.
You're right. I agree, bro. Like, that's the thing. They don't
Defense
teach that.
wins championships, bro.
Bro, that's why Floyd Mayweather was 50-0, bro. Everyone says he runs from fights, bro. You try and go in the ring with someone who's punching you in the face, you'll run too. I get it. I fully get it now. Like, it taught me a lesson. You need to defend, innit? Like, that's first, and then everything else.
Is it the same guy, or you don't even know you're fighting?
I wouldn't know yet. Nah. I may not even fight in this country. I may do it somewhere else.
Where?
Depends
Qatar?
how I'm feeling. Nah, bro, put it in Dublin, bro. I'll be moody
Dublin.
enough that I'll just be able to knock someone out.
You can go back to Google for that free salmon. Nah, the boxing stuff's mad. Obviously, like, going back to your TED Talk, yeah? At the end of the TED Talk, I think this is in a TED Talk. I mean, I hope I didn't just make this up, but I'm pretty sure you said this. You was like, I think mental fitness should be taught in schools. And you hear this, not so much with mental health and that, but you do hear it with, like, financial advice, or we should have learnt more, like, less Pythagoras theorem and more, like, useful shit. Like, true say, I never was into history. That could get scrapped. Like, I'm happy for that to go. I done geography. True say, I got an A at A level, but it was just going, like, bare rivers and shit and, like, measuring contours. And it's like, I live, like,
I know what you mean.
When am I putting that into action? So what I want to ask is, so if you think mental fitness should be in the curriculum, if one's in, something's got to go. Or even if it don't, let's just assume something has to go. Which 3 subjects you boot in and why?
You love freeze, bro.
All right, 2 then.
Every time it's free.
Which 10 because one subject is like, you might have another choice. So let's go 2. Which 2 subjects are you getting rid of?
2 subjects I would ditch. All right, so, bro, that's a tough question. I should have done my prep in advance, bro.
I've said history can go.
I don't even remember what subjects we even studied at school.
All right, let me just.
We done like
maths kind of useful.
Maths is useful.
English kind of useful. Language is mad useful.
You know what I would say though? We did 2 Englishes. Remember we used to do literature and language.
Yeah.
We only need one of them.
Why?
Because, like, bro, you don't need 2 full hours of English we speak English anyway. So you may as well just pull whatever you were doing in literature, pull that into the language one and just, like, split it 50-50. Do you get what I mean?
But you see, like, Of Mice and Men, I swear that was English lit.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it was. So, like, that's kind of like, true say maybe that can go, but someone might counter argue.
Good though. Yeah.
Someone might counter argue and be like, bro, how can you appreciate a good film if you didn't first learn how to appreciate, like, a good book or some? True say it's different now. The kids of today, they're probably on TikTok and all of that stuff, Fortnite. But I could see why someone might want to keep English literature, because there's bare sick films that you kind of need to know how to understand storylines and stuff.
I know what you mean. What I would say is, if we're going to do literature, let's read self-help books then. Let's stop reading these fiction books, like, about...
That's not literature, bro. That's not literature. That's mental
What's the
fitness.
definition of literature?
Shit like Shakespeare, anthology,
Bro,
we've done Of Mice and Men.
I'll be honest with you though, I don't know. Now that we're on the topic of literature, I don't know why we're learning Shakespeare at school. I have no idea why we're learning Shakespeare at school.
Do you know what? Yeah. Oh, I done all right in them English. I think I got A star in one of them and A in another one. And whenever I've done a few acting classes, sometimes I've come across Shakespeare and that.
Yeah, but you're an actor though.
Nah, and I had that same reluctance, yeah, of like, yo, like, what this ain't relevant. Like, this is long. Like, where art thou and shit. Like, that's long, but there are some lessons to be had there, I think.
Like what?
I couldn't tell you what those lessons are, but I think they exist. I just don't know what they are, innit? Bro, how you picking like that over like...
I don't even know what else.
All right, there's maths, English, languages. I think that's a no-brainer. You should keep them.
Yeah, like French, Spanish.
Yeah. I didn't put too much energy in them. Kind of wish I did now because they're useful to have. Geography. Mental fitness or geography? Tuesday, we got sat-navs and Google Maps now.
I hear you with geography, to be fair. Like, mental fitness is more important than geography, but it's more important for me to know about the world that I live in than to know what Shakespeare said 500 years ago. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah, but you're making out like all you did in English literature was Shakespeare, bro. There was other shit.
Bro, what else did we do?
There was Of Mice and Men. Do you know they're the only two things I can remember? That's it. There was something we used to do, in school. It was like creative writing. I don't know what that fell under, but that was decent. I like that. But I don't know what
that.
I don't know. Bro, there was a thing we used to do. I remember it now. It's called writing to persuade, writing to inform, writing
like
to
PEE and all that.
Yeah, that was kind of useful, I thought. I'm back in
you know
English.
what? Yeah,
I'm back in English.
No, but that's English language though. That wasn't literature. That's what I'm saying. We keep language and we just scrap literature.
Okay.
So all the
English
reading,
literature. All right, cool. What's the other one?
Then the other one, I hear you with geography. I kind of agree with
What
that.
about
I think
history?
history is kind of important though.
But why?
Not the way
I'm not
that
saying
it's
it's not,
taught
but why do you think it is?
Because like you need to know what's led you to where you are now. But don't get me wrong, the way it's taught at school won't teach you that because they'll teach you about a bunch of like nonsense events from like the 1600s and stuff. But like you do need to know about like the Cold War, World Wars, like history, slave trade, all that stuff. I think is useful.
But instead it's so 1066 they put a big stone up somewhere like.
But I guess that's because we're in the UK and depending where you are it'll be different. But yeah, I'd probably say geography. I think you're right about that. Or like, didn't we do subjects like DT and stuff?
No, but that was optional. Design technology. That was like those were things that you could drop. So, but I'm talking about things that like if you were gonna do this for GCSE, because in year 9 we had to pick which ones we're gonna scrap, innit?
Yeah.
We scrapped DT and them ones there, but yeah, I can't. But then geography was lit because bro, they used to put on these mad documentaries like, so this is India. This is what Mumbai is like at night. I agree. You do need to learn about the world because if you don't learn about other cultures, that's a problem. So I think geography does teach you that, but there is parts of it where it's all this contouring rivers bullshit. I'm not really on it.
Yeah, and there's other ones that you could argue for, like maybe RE, religious education, but at the same time, you want to know about that, especially today's day and age where there's so many different beliefs and cultures.
But maybe they should combine geography and religious education as culture. So it's like
that's a shout,
It's not just like you.
Very good shout.
Then it's just one thing, and you could say, "Cool, I know about different cultures, so I'm not going to be ignorant." You're on a board of directors or something, innit, out of school.
Am I?
I swear you're.
Maybe,
bro. I swear on your thing, it's like I'm a governor or something.
I used to be a school governor. Yeah. I used to be a school governor. Yeah, I used to be a school governor like a few years ago, but that was short-lived. That was like 1 year I was there.
That was just for LinkedIn, innit? Just to add to your CV.
Yeah.
You don't want to say yes, but
slightly.
Cool. So, what's coming next from you?
It's a big question, bro. Like what?
Let the people know, bro. Like what? Because obviously they might get to know you now. Like, cool, this guy sounds decent. I want to see what else he's doing. What are you doing?
So, where do I begin, man? I would say, first of all, I got my YouTube channel. I got 2 YouTube channels. So one is where I do talks. That's like mental fitness, mental health, all the mental fitness stuff I talk about. You find it all on there. Then I got the vlogs channel, which is where the Qatar vlog is.
Where's the boxing match?
The boxing match is on their channel. So
Oh,
yeah. If you
one
just
of them
type in my
hidden
name,
ones.
Tor Abrams.
Tor Abrams
boxing.
getting knocked the fuck out.
Yeah. He'll come up.
Not even knocked the fuck out because he didn't even get the opportunity. Tor Abrams getting stopped.
TKO. Yeah, that'll be on there. Then obviously I got my TED Talk separately. So there's different places you can find me. But I do a lot of talks at university. So what I'm doing at the moment is trying to build out a platform that students can come to learn directly from myself. So that'll be where I teach them about mental fitness, teach them about careers, building their LinkedIn, CV, that type of stuff. So that's the project I'm working on at the minute. A few universities already on board. I'm trying to do more stuff abroad as well because I travel so much. Trying to build out some stuff in Ghana at the moment.
What are you trying to build?
Similar types of things like online platforms because I just feel like online is such an easy way to do things nowadays.
Bro, I thought you meant like physical thing. Like, yeah, I'm trying to build a school, give back to the motherland and that.
To be honest, now I say it, there's not even any reason why I need to be like, it's online, innit? I could just do it anywhere.
Yeah.
But
But it's
specifically
sounds
working,
sick, bro.
Yeah, specifically working with like Ghanaian students, trying to help them out. But that's a work in progress. That's going to take a longer time. The stuff I'm doing over here is mostly just for UK students right now.
Yeah.
And some stuff for businesses as well. But best to just come to my YouTube channel, innit?
Go check out his YouTube channel, innit? He's got some good stuff on there. I've watched some of his videos. Obviously, he's done his TED Talk. The vlogs look sick. I keep telling him, you're sitting on all this sick footage, but you're not really like putting it out or promoting it. Hopefully, he promotes it more and you'll see it more on platform because he's got some great footage. He's got some good things to say. So yeah, bro, this is it. The end of the first ever episode of the Ajay Rose Show. Oh, by the way, where can they find you? Like, where can people find you?
Oh yeah, so YouTube channels, Tor Talks is the talking one, and the vlogs one is Tor Imagination. And then Instagram, Tor Abrams, just my full name. LinkedIn, Tor Abrams again, my full name.
Okay, that's Tor. Yeah, that's Tor. Great life story there. Yeah, what am I saying now? How do I end this shit? I don't know. I haven't even set up like the Instagram page of the podcast. So like I could tell you to go follow something and it could be a different handle. For now, I'm going to just say, yeah, cool. So obviously, whatever platform you're listening to this podcast on, rate it 5 stars, please. Follow the Instagram page. I think it will be the Ajay Rose Show. If it's not, then sorry for wasting like 4 seconds of your life. The podcast itself it will be on my YouTube channel as well. That's just my name. And that's it. Episode 1 done. Big up everyone for listening. Big up Tor for coming on. And yeah, you lot have a great week and I'll see you next time. Big up.